I'm sure there's a lot of you guys that have been waiting for this episode for a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Setup Wars episode 69, Female Edition, where you submit your desk setup to get featured on the channel. So if you guys want to participate, make sure to watch the video linked below. But without wasting any more time, let the Setup Wars begin. If you guys are shopping around for your next game, make sure to check out g2a.com because they have the cheapest CD keys available for pretty much any game. I'll drop a link to them down below if you want to check it out. As always, you guys can find everyone's gear for their setups linked below, but here are your 5 contestants for this episode. We have Claire, Crystal, Joanne, Olivia, and Valerie. Congratulations for making it on the show. So starting off the show, we have Claire and her laptop setup. We have the 15-inch MacBook that's powering up everything, including the tiny Hitachi TV off to the right side. The keyboard and mouse of choice are both from Apple, of course, and we also have a drawing tablet, and I'm assuming that Claire is an artist, judging by the drawing pad and the posters over there. I also like how you mounted both of the creative speakers on both sides of the wall. Overall, the cable management is great. I didn't get a clear shot of under your desk, but from what I can see, you did a pretty good job hiding all of the wires. You also seem like a very organized person. I love that you added labels on each drawer to separate the stuff that you put in there. Take notes, boys. And finally, near the top, we have the gaming setup, a 50-inch 4K smart TV from Samsung that's hooked up to the Xbox One and 360 with a set of LEDs in the back, as well as under the shelf. A very clean and organized setup, no doubt. Thank you, Claire, for entering. Crystal Meth is next up with a very sweet white and black setup. Wow. That is a very nice picture. Let me just... So on the desk, we have a 27-inch Samsung monitor, Viper mechanical keyboard, and the Logitech M185 wireless mouse. The cleanliness and organization continues. Great work with cable management, and just look how clean the drawers are. It also looks like you added some custom fabric in each drawer, kind of similar to what I did, but instead I used velvet material instead. Crystal has also added some black tape around the edges of the Alex drawer units, which I think looks very nice and contributes to the overall color scheme. There's also a BM800 mic hooked up to a boom arm, so I'm guessing you do voiceovers or something similar. Her headphone of choice is the Sennheiser HT439, which is resting on a hanger, and we also have a pair of Creative T12 wireless speakers. I kinda like how you split your setup. On one side we have all work, and on the other side is all play. Speaking of all play, the PC that she's rocking has a 6600 and a GTX 970. A very clean and organized setup that has purpose. Thank you, Crystal, for entering. At number 3, we have Joanne and yet another clean single monitor setup using one of my personal favorite desks of all time, the IKEA Malm desk. On that sexy monitor riser, we have the 27-inch Dell gaming monitor, and below that we have a PS4 that's skinned by D-Brands. For peripherals, we have a Razer Black Widow keyboard, Sente Revolution Pro mouse that's sitting on top of the Reflex Lab mousepad. And finally, for audio, we have a pair of Logitech Z623 speakers and a HyperX Cloud 2 headset that's chilling on the Brainwaves truss hanger. Excellent choice on the gaming headset, by the way. Cable management is great. You utilize the rack to keep all the cables and power strips on there. And you know what? I actually noticed something very familiar now that I look at it a bit more. The bottom portion of this desk kind of looks like my perfect desk setup from episode 1. We have the headset hanger on the left and a USB hub on the right with the Cloud 2 remote extension. I'll also give you props for keeping the miscellaneous items in a drawer and away from sight. The PC that's powering this setup has a 6700K and a GTX 1080 for the win. That's hell of a build you got there. Definitely digging the white extensions. I mean, what can I say? This is a very clean, organized, and symmetrical setup. The 3 pictures on the top are parallel with your desk, and they are evenly spaced out. You even went a step further to add a phone stand on one side in order to balance it with the Nathan Drake statue. Job well done. One thing I do want to say is be careful with that heater being next to your PC. When you turn it on, it will affect the temperatures in your rig, so just keep an eye on the temps while gaming or doing work and make sure it doesn't get too hot in there. Overall, excellent work, and thank you, Joanne, for entering. All the way from the UK, we have Olivia and another single display setup. So we have a 27-inch Samsung monitor that's being sandwiched by 2 Mackie CR3 speakers, And then below that, we have a SteelSeries Apex 350 keyboard and Corsair M65 mouse. I guess I'm a little confused on the color scheme. I see that you are going for some green accents, but the LEDs on your keyboard and mouse are red, which kind of throw it off a bit. Cable management does look okay, at least all the cables are on the rack, but you might want to add some more adhesive to that LED strip because it's starting to peel off. Currently, she has an HP laptop that's running this setup, but she is planning on building a new rig, which we can see over here. She said it's going to feature a 6700K and a GTX 970. There's definitely some personality present over here, from the coasters on the riser to the random bike parts on the wall or whatever that is. A pretty cool setup. Thank you, Olivia, for entering. Last but not least, we have Valerie and the first dual display setup for this episode. She's rocking an Asus 24-inch on the left and a 22-inch on the right that's paired with the Razer Black Widow Chroma keyboard and Mamba Tournament mouse. Definitely digging the color scheme, and right off the bat I can tell this is well coordinated judging by the wall shelves on the top and the red LED lamp. Personally, I would have gone white shelves and painted them red to give off a nice contrast because the black shelves kind of just blend in with the wall, but that's just my 2 cents. Cable management is excellent, nothing to criticize here. It looks like we have an IKEA shelf holding up everything, and I'm not sure how I missed this, but there's another shelf behind the monitors that's holding up her PS4 and HyperX Cloud 2 gaming headset. Again, I would slap some skins, preferably black and red, which will not only protect your PS4 from additional scratches, but it will also make it stand out a bit more. Dbrand offers a crap ton of materials and colors to choose from for any console. They actually have skins for smartphones, headphones, and a bunch of other devices, so make sure to check them out if you guys are interested. I'll drop a link to it down below. And finally, the PC that's pushing these pixels has a 6700K and an MSI GTX 970. A very nice and organized setup with some minor tweaks needed. Thank you, Valerie, for entering. So that is it for this episode of Setup Wars. As always, drop your comments down below and vote on who you think has the best desk setup. And as always, I'll announce the winners on the weekend on my Twitter and Instagram accounts. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode of Setup Wars, leave a like and I will see you guys in the next video. Can't believe I just did that.